Top skaters and musical talent, young and old, will be featured on CTV's Stars on Ice, along with host Doug Crosley. So, this fall,
Jump back to CTV.
Welcome back to the Winnipeg Arena and Canada Cup 1981. The top hockey players in the world and the top officials. 9 officials from the National Hockey League. And one of them with us right now, veteran Andy Van Hellemond. And Andy, it's a major breakthrough to have NHL officials involved in a prestigious tournament like this.
Yes, it is, Bernie. Each country is represented, and for the first time, the International Ice Federation has permitted professional officials to work in a tournament such as this, and we have 9 NHL fellows represented in this tournament.
What's the feeling? Do the officials get caught up in all the excitement?
We do. We've been in Edmonton the past week. We've had training every morning, like the teams are practicing, and we have our training, and we go over rules. And there are some differences between our NHL rules and the international hockey rules, and they're using the international rules for this tournament. So okay. It's a change for the players too, the professional players too.
And it would be for the European officials. Have they had any major problems adapting to the National Hockey League style?
In a way, they have. They are amazed a bit at the speed of how we headman the puck. The Europeans seem to backtrack, regroup, and come as a unit. Our fellows, our style of play here is to skate the center, shoot it in, and sort of chase it. And that's their difference. They're finding that. We find the regrouping. The Russians, the Czechs, the Swedes come together as a unit of 5. That's a different style for us to referee too.
You know, in the past, in international hockey, you'd see the Soviet referee, for example, he'd travel with the Soviet team, but I think the situation here, all the officials are together, and there's a pretty good rapport.
Yes, very much so. The fellow here this year is Alexander Fedotov, who is a hockey instructor, played on A-division teams in Russia, and he is learning English. He doesn't speak very well. He gets his points across, but he is with us all the time. Before, Victor would be with the Russian team, eat with them, practice with them, and it made for a feeling that, you know, he's with them and we're with us, sort of. It wasn't good.
The Soviet referee, I understand, is a pretty good handicapper at the track.
Yes, the other night in Edmonton, we went for dinner to the racetrack. A few of us, there was 8 of us actually, and he enjoyed his dinner, and he was able to pick a few winners. Like out of the 7 races that he marked his book, 5 of them won.
That's not bad.
No,
yeah.
That's for sure.
Take back some of the good Canadian currency. What about communication on the ice, Andy, with the players? I know in the NHL, the officials have a pretty good rapport with the players. For example, talking to the goalies. Does that carry on in this type of tournament?
Actually, talking too much to the Europeans will confuse them. Like, they think that you're trying to get a point across about something. Maybe they held the puck too long or they're doing something wrong. So it's best not to talk too much to them. Their communication to us is signals, like they'll wave their hand or their gestures shows either they're disgusted with us or they want to face off over here. But they do very little talking because, like, again, they can't converse with us either.
Okay, Andy, good luck in the rest of the series. I know we'll see plenty of you handling games in Canada Cup 1981.
Thank you very much.
Our guest has been National Hockey League referee Andy Van Hellemond. And Canada Cup 81 continues in just a moment.
You know what? I got a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal. I had a regular savings account, but I usually make my deposits somewhere in the middle of the month, so I couldn't earn interest on that money until the start of the next month. And then it was paid only twice a year. So I'm switching to a Bank of Montreal daily interest savings account. Earns me interest the day I make a deposit and every day after, and pays it to me every month. That's 12 times a year. You do have a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal's daily interest savings account.
Small copiers, small prices. Small copiers, small prices. This way, brothers.
When a visiting delegation asked Brother Dominic to match their very fussy requirements to their particularly small means, he simply introduced them to one of the fussy and stingy copiers from Xerox.
And the price, Brother Dominic?
This afternoon, here at the Winnipeg Arena, Sweden played Team Finland. A big win for Sweden. Anders Keller getting 2 goals as Sweden won by a score of 5-0. Sweden opened the scoring early in the game. Hellander and Ulf Nilsson assisting on a goal by Anders Hedberg. The only shot of 13 in the first period to elude Finland goalie Lassila. Another camera angle of the eventual winning goal as Team Sweden went on to defeat Finland 5-0. After a scoreless second period, Sweden scored 4 times in the third. New York Islanders' Anders Keller scores a pair. Gradin and Kent Nielsen assisting on the first. 2-0 for Sweden. Then, less than 2 minutes later, Ulf Nielsen with his second point in the game made it 3-0. Molin and Hedberg assisting on the goal by Ulf Nielsen. Sweden kept up the pressure on the disheartened Finnish team. Keller connects for his second of the game on this play. Börje Salming keeping the puck in, number 21. It's deflected in front. Keller gets his second of the game. The final goal scored by Winnipeg Jets newcomer, number 18, Bent Lundholm. Watch the play develop. Lundholm traps the loose puck and lifts it up over Lassila, and it's 5-0. Another look at the 5th Team Sweden goal. Bent Lundholm with Sundstrom and Anderson assisting. Peter Lindmark got the shutout. Sweden 5, Finland 0. And Canada leads this game over Czechoslovakia 3-2 after 40 minutes. Team Canada has outscored their opposition 20-5 now in 8 periods of competition. The firepower has come mainly from 2 lines. Team Canada boasts scoring talent unmatched in the series. Center Wayne Gretzky with line mates Guy Lafleur and Gilbert Perreault have been simply overwhelming. The trio has combined for 19 points so far. The elder statesman of the three, Perreault, at 30, has 2 goals and 5 assists. His skating talents and outstanding maneuverability have been very impressive. Guy Lafleur, number 10, Montreal Canadiens' first draft in '71, is attempting to shake off a troublesome 80-81 season. Based on his play in this Canada Cup, Lafleur, just 15 days shy of his 30th birthday, has been in brilliant form. And the third member of this trio, Wayne Gretzky, the 2 key words to Team Canada's success. Gretzky, at the tender age of 20, has a total of 7 points so far in the Canada Cup. His play has been outstanding as well, and even that's an understatement. The other high-scoring trio, all New York Islanders, Brian Trottier, Clark Gillies, and Mike Bossy. They have 18 points. Trottier has 7, Bossy 6, and Clark Gillies a total of 5 points so far in the Canada Cup. Add to this the offensive talents of the likes of Marcel Dion, who has the go-ahead goal tonight, Danny Gare, Rick Middleton, and it's not surprising that Team Canada 1981 holds down the top spots among the tournament scoring leaders. And our CTV coverage of Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Canada.
Back to the Winnipeg Arena, and in terms of excitement, this game has it all. Team Canada with a go-ahead goal by Marcel Dion, leading Team Czechoslovakia 3-2. And Eddie Westfall, one had to be impressed with those great end-to-end rushes in the first 40 minutes.
Everything you could ask for as a hockey fan, even as a player. As a player, you enjoy the kind of action that we've seen in the first 40 minutes, Bernie. The goals, no cheap ones. They're all hard-work goals, and as we saw, Dudacek started off in the first period 5:22, got things going for the Czechoslovakians, and from there it's just been all spectacular hockey. And it was a tip-in by the young 19-year-old Yuri Dudacek at 5:22. Radislav Svoboda takes the shot. There you see the puck tipped by Mike Liut. We get another look at it from a screen high above. Good camera work here. There's the tip right between the legs of goalie Mike Liut. Wasn't long after that at 9:27. This is an unassisted goal by Norbert Kral to make it 2-0 at 9:27. Another mistake right there as Ray Bourque loses his balance and Kral puts it by Mike Liut. It wasn't until 18:13. Here's Goring on a pass from Dennis Potvin. We did not see the pass. What a beauty. Goring makes a high shot Goaltender Lang gets a piece of it. The puck rolls across the line. There's Goring breaking away at center ice. So often, Potvin to Bourne to Goring to Kaller to Trottier as an Islander, this time to fellow Islander Goring. That's a set-up play. And then right behind that at the period's end, 1947, Bossy from guess who? Nobody but Trottier and Gillies. That tied the score at 2. Another shot, picture-perfect pass as Mike Bossy puts it away right at the end of the period.
Okay, and then we got into the next period, and Marcel Dion. Canada had a lot of chances, Eddie. They were slamming around the net there, and determination paid off, and a big goal by Dion.
So often, Bernie, you see a goal at the end of a period result in the team coming out and carrying on from whence they left off, and Team Canada did exactly that. Right at the beginning of the period, Ron Duguay gets a good play here. Teamwork again, Middleton and Dion. You see Middleton, 17, trying to give it to Dion. Nope, Duguay picks up the loose puck. What a shot on net. Good save by Lang. This continued time and again as Beck and here with Yuri Dudacek gives you an idea how the Czechs are hit. That young 19-year-old and that's big Barry Beck. They're both pounding each other. This is who else but number 11. What a series he's having. Perreault, good move, hits the goalpost on that play. No goal, hits the post. Right back in the same shift. Watch Guy Lafleur. How many times do you see him get the puck there and he puts it in? Almost every time. Lang again. What a save. He kept it up. Team Canada, time and again, going after the goal that did not come. Finally, it did on a play a little later, and Marcel Dion gets the go-ahead goal. But boy, what pressure by Team Canada.
Eddie, the two teams have to be feeling the effects of this game. As you pointed out in that highlight, some hard hitting. The skating has just been unbelievable.
If I could give all the highlights, we'd have to go back and take as much time as it takes to show the whole game. But we do have the only goal of the second period, and it came right here. Dion scored at 3:51, and look at Middleton, good balance. Good save again by Lang. Backing up is Gare. He can't get to the puck. Middleton's trying to get to it. He can't, but Dion finally shuffles the puck in. He hit goalie Lang right in the face. The puck went off his mask into the net. So there's just everything happening, and it's all happening fast. We get a second look at it. Good puck handling again by the Canadians. And here, that's Middleton's shot. Good save by Lang. That's Gare backing up. It's so easy. It looks so easy, but it's so hard. And Dion, of course, right there, hits the mask of goalie Lang. In the puck goes, 3-2 Canada. And as we say, I can't say enough about it. What a hockey game.
Eddie, excellent analysis, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the end of the game. Eddie Westfall, a veteran of 18 years in the National Hockey League. Heading into period number 3, and our CTV coverage of Canada Cup 81 continues.
In Germany, so many, even Zarilla's coaching now. We're set to go. From the face-off, Canada on the power play. Third period underway as the puck is cleared into Team Canada territory. Potvin out there, working the point position. Bossy is on a line with Gretzky and Middleton right now as the puck is cleared in. Bossy in deep. Gretzky trailing behind the net for Middleton. He'll look for a man out in front. Gets it to Gretzky to Middleton. He gets a weak shot away. And Locke covers it up and holds for a face-off. 7 seconds left of the penalty.
Well, you can see Team Canada wants to get Gretzky behind the net where he makes those great plays. They tried early. Czechoslovakia playing it pretty smart. As soon as Wayne Gretzky gets behind that net and tries to set up, as we've said before, they chase him. They chase always. They're not going to stay in their box and be very disciplined and let them thread the needle with those passes. They're going after him.
Now it's Gretzky, Lafleur, and Perreault from the face-off. That's Lafleur from Potvin, but Novi intercepts and clears it down the ice. That will kill the penalty. Potvin goes back to touch it behind the net. Potvin, Beck. Beck starting off the boards for Lafleur. Lafleur racing down in over the line now. Orshava's number 4. But back to cover up was Halupa. Out in front, here's a chance for Potvin. He wheels and fires it loose in front and a shot wide. Now Gretzky trying to get it out in front. He does. Lafleur to Gretzky in the corner. He lost his balance. And the puck is clear to the point. Beck keeping it in. Into Gretzky. Lafleur working behind the net. That's Orshava, number 4. Now against the boards and starting out is Dudacek. Dudacek. Center ice. Over the line. Stopped by Potvin. Potvin at center ice. Cudlitz. Backing up, feeds it straight ahead. Good pass, but Richter couldn't reach it. Dudacek inside the line. Perreault coming back. Takes the puck. Over to the far side. Potvin. And it's called delayed offside, I believe, on the play. And Team Canada will make a change. One 23 gone in the period, 3-2 Canada.
Well, I think it's a tribute to the Czechoslovakians. You know, not only have they lost a lot of their veteran players that have moved on to play in Europe and have retired, we all know that they've lost a lot to defections, and they're in the National Hockey League. Their team has really been decimated, but a small country with great hockey organization and a great hockey background are able to come back, bounce back after having a veteran team and having a lot of people leave their program to come up with a hockey team like this to put on a show tonight.
Well, there's something we learned from that. In the whole country of Czechoslovakia, there are just 7 covered rinks, 7 indoor rinks. Scoring takes a good hit against the boards. Hajdušek taking that check as Robinson picks it up at center ice, clears it in. Duguay on the far side in the corner, flipping it in behind the net. Gainey. There's a hit by Duguay, moving in and scoring, and he climbed up on against Panichka, and it's called. Face-off will come back down inside Czechoslovakia territory. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
I'm Dave Thomas, and I started Wendy's with one restaurant and a philosophy. Never use frozen hamburgers. Use fresh ground beef. Then I figured, why would anyone go anyplace else?
Once you've tasted Wendy's hamburgers made from fresh ground beef, and you know it tastes great, just kidding. Why go anyplace else?
Beats the heck out of me, Dave.
Wendy's ain't no a reason to go anyplace else.
Right from the face-off, the puck is cleared down the ice. Bork touches it. There'll be an icing call on that. The face-off will take place in the same spot. Canadians have Gillies, Trottier, Bossy out there along with Bork and Hartsburg. And for Czechoslovakia, it is Chernik, Korbola, and Kral. Kral, a pretty good hockey player. They all are Czechoslovakia.
Very wise move here by the Czechoslovakian center. He didn't like that lineup, and he waited and made sure he had his winger on the boards to check Mike Bossy, because both wingers had gone to the net side, leaving a player like Bossy free on the boards. Here we are again.
Well, Kral, now he doesn't go over to check Bossy. He'll go in front of the net as from the face-off comes back to the point. There's the shot right in front, loose, cleared away right off the skate of Gillies. He hooks it away from Chernik, who is trying to get out. Covering up on the play is Horshava. He's over the line, clears it into the corner. Korbola against the boards. Gillies hooks it free, clears it rink wide, picking it up and carrying it up the right side. Now is Bossy to Bork. Bork over the line. Bork sweeping the defense. Finding a man in front. Trotier's cut in front of the net. Goes out to Hartsburg. His shot is stopped by the skate there of Swoboda. And it's brought out to center ice for Chernik. Chernik, Hartsburg. Hartsburg cutting across, through some traffic, chases it himself, and he's got it at center ice. Hartsburg checks as he hits the line by Horshava. Trottier trying to get loose. Gillies turns with it, feeds it ahead. Here comes Bossy winding up with that big shot, a blistering shot, and it's off the glove of Lang. Clear to center ice. Beck will go after it, no icing. Beck behind the net. He starts out as Team Canada changes on the fly. Beck one-handing it, gets it down to the line. Gare trying to get loose on the checking at Dvorak. Gare's got it now. Dvorak takes it back. He's backed in over the line. Banged off the board. Potvin cleared in front of the net. Middleton loses it to Poshek. Cleared to an open wing. Gare after it. Gare feeding it back to Potvin. Potvin falling, clears it ahead, off the stick of Middleton and down into Czechoslovakian territory. Dvorak going back for it, and there will be a penalty. A hooking call on Dvorak.
Poshek going to the box. Poshek taking a hold of Potvin as he was going behind the net with the puck, getting the stick around, impeding his progress, trying to move the puck up the ice. Bad time to take a penalty here.
2 minutes for hooking.
You know, a coach, you know, when you take those penalties, he's forechecking all the way deep. You know, you say, hey, we want you to forecheck, but he's got 175 feet to go to your net. You don't have to pull him down at that point.
Gretzky, Lafleur, Perreault. What a game Perreault's had here tonight. Potvin, Dion, the point man. 2 big shots from the point. Here's Lafleur, speaking of big shots, but he can't control it against Richter. Over to the far side where Horshava shoots it down the ice. Liut out of his net. Over to the far side, here comes Dion. Dion, the little centerman from the Los Angeles Kings at center ice, feeds it over for Gretzky, goes after it himself, trying to clear it back to the point, and Lafleur failed to control it. Potvin, rink wide. LaFleur will pick it up. LaFleur over the line. Here's Dion racing forward. He's got a man in front, and Farrell was just a little too deep. Gretzky, and he fed it between the point men at center ice. Potvin from LaFleur. Farrell swinging away with it. Potvin over to the far side for LaFleur. He's over the line, fighting off the check of Horsheva behind the net. Gretzky out in front. Farrell shoots point blank, and it's saved. Dion goes down. The puck is one-handed out to center ice, and here comes Novi. Down to the line. Gretzky comes back to make the check. Potvin goes down. And the puck is underneath him. There'll be a face-off in Team Canada territory with 1:03 left in the penalty.
Denny Potvin going down wisely. Milan Novi one-on-one really with him being short-handed. Again, we see Czechoslovakia going to the attack even when they're a man short. And Milan Novi, the tricky little center, when he had the chance there, tried to turn around and make the good play. Denny Potvin killing it for the face-off, getting the change in players for Team Canada.
Boy, you don't get an awful lot of rest when they change lines on the power play. The Trottier line is out there now. Bork behind the net. Leaves it for Robinson. Robinson carrying the puck. The candles his way past Panichka. At center ice for Trottier. Trottier's over the line. Bork breaking for the net. Bork's in front now. He falls down. The puck is back to the blue line. Robinson winding up on a deflected shot. And against the boards, and starting out is Codletz out at center ice. Carrying it in over the line is Panichka. Kupferman coming in. He's number 22, but the puck is cleared behind the net. And Bork. Bork straight ahead. Trottier to Gillies off his skate. It's fired back. Bork picks it up again. Ahead for Gillies. Gillies tried to just tap it over for Trottier. It was intercepted. Now Robinson will try. Robinson ahead. Gillies just tipped it into the Czechoslovakian zone. Look at that check as down goes Trottier. Behind the net, Panichka. Gillies fighting off a check, gets it out in front. There's a shot, the rebound. And picking it up is Panichka and clearing it down the ice, and the penalty is over. Layut leaving it for Robinson. Team Canada changing. Robinson to the line to center ice. Ahead for Duguay. Goes past him. Horsheva inside his own line now, behind the net. Clears it off the stick of Korbola at center ice. It's Kroll down over the line. Kroll with Beck on top of him, trying to muscle it out in front. Good defensive play in front of the net. In the corner now, still loose. There's a weak shot. Loose at the side of the net. Beck looking for the man out in front. It's deflected and nearly breaking free. There was Duguay. Back in over the line is Chernik. Down he goes on a check from Potvin. Around behind the net for Gainey. It's stopped by the referee. Gainey's down. It's loose there. Svoboda goes in. So does Beck. And it's called for a face-off. We played 6:16 in the period. 3-2 Canada. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Buying a lottery ticket?
Uh-huh.
How about a Super Lotto?
You mean this one?
Super Lotto's the only lottery that can make you a millionaire now. With 3 big chances at a tax-free million.
What's going on?
A new scratch and win that can make you $10,000 richer instantly.
How'd you do that?
And a Super Sunday draw at the end of each month.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah?
I'm sold.
Good.
Can you teach me how to do that?
The only lottery that can make you a millionaire now.
Darius Rushnak, number 18 for Czechoslovakia, taking the face-off. He's from Slovan Bratislava. That's the team where the Stastny brothers played. Just 3 years ago, that team was number 1 in Czechoslovakia, won their national championship. Without the Stastnys, all 3 of them, last year they finished in the cellar of their league and faced relegation to the second division. Rushnak down to the line. Cleared out in front. Good play, but a good defensive play there by Rick Middleton as the puck comes to center ice, and it's Gare. 3-on-2 over the line, and it got all messed up on the right side as they got a little too close together, both Dion and Gare. Now in over the line, offside is Pashek. Face-off outside the blue line of Team Canada.
Rushnak picking himself up, made a great play really at the line. He couldn't regain his balance, fell across the line, and of course was caught offside inside, trying to turn around and create the 3-on-2 opportunity. When it was a 3-on-2 the opposite way, Team Canada, both men going to the same side, were not able to complete the 3-on-2. The puck coming back offside at the line.
Puck is cleared behind the net. Mike Layut there leaves for Robinson. Robinson to LaFleur. LaFleur to Gretzky. He can't reach it. It's all the way down the ice. There'll be icing here. As back to get it will be Svoboda.
And it's waved off as it's off against the boards to center ice Robinson. They rule that he could have touched it. Anglo moving up, found a hole and shot it in. Perreault digging in. Perreault in behind the net, throws the check on Horsheva. Off the boards. Now Robinson anticipated that beautifully but couldn't control it. Anglo along the boards. Horsheva inside his zone. Ahead Novi at center ice. Richter's over the line. Got some room. Gets set in front of the net. It's loose. And down goes Liut and he's got it. You couldn't come much closer than that.
Richter turning on the speed, going to the outside, trying to cut on his backhand, going around Larry Robinson, getting the leg out in front, trying to make the play. He is able to come not as far in front of the net as he probably would have liked. The puck just being loose for a moment at the defender, shoving it underneath Mike Liut to kill the play. But Richter showing a good turn of speed, going to the outside, coming back to his forehand in front of the net.
Well, you're as big as Mike Liut, you don't get an awful lot of room, and then maybe size had a lot to do with that, along with his, of course, tremendous reactions. Covered up in the goal mouth, and the linesmen say they'll take that again, not doing it fairly. Kevin Collins, the American linesman. The referee is Dag Olsson from Sweden. Lasse Van Hanen, the other linesman, is from the face-off. It's tipped to the line, but not out by Bossy. Now Potvin. Potvin starting out. Slowly working up to the line. Gets it again. It's stopped there. Kokerman's getting set. His shot right off the face mask. Another shot. They score. Liut took the first one, I believe, off the face mask. The long rebound as Liut couldn't control it. And it's a tie hockey game.
Kokerman, who was knocked down inside the line, steals that puck just inside the blue line. The first shot handcuffs Mike Liut, goes up high. Kokerman coming through, gets all kinds of time to wind up, gets the second opportunity. You can't give any of these players the second opportunity. The first shot hits Mike Liut high. He has to straighten up on the shot, loses his balance, hangs in there. Kokerman having all kinds of time on the second opportunity.
22.
Kokerman was in a little bit of a wrestling match after the draw, stayed inside. He's lost his helmet when he was in the wrestling match with Brian Trottier. Ties it up for Team Czechoslovakia when he gets the second opportunity.
Beck with the puck out at center ice. Here's Bossy. Trottier catching up on the play. Bossy steps into it and fanned partially as he was being checked by Horsheva, number 4 for Czechoslovakia. 3-3 with 8 minutes gone in the third period. Kokerman unassisted. His rebound came at 7:47. Trottier taking the draw against Kral from the faceoff. Bossy tried to kick it up onto his stick. Finally, it's cleared up to center ice by Korbola. Potvin rattling it off the glass. Out behind the net, Karl Lang. Hard check by Trottier, and down goes Svoboda behind the net, but Czechoslovakia coming away with it. Kernick at center ice. Potvin rams him in against the boards. It's cleared in front, and Beck fighting off Korbola behind the net. Beck battling for it. Still fighting in there, and finally it's held in. A face-off in Team Canada territory. Canada 3, Czechoslovakia 3. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
You've heard the saying, you are what you eat? Today, many of us believe that, so we choose our food carefully. When it comes to margarine, we choose Fleischmann's, because Fleischmann's new margarine, Fleischmann's sweet unsalted, and Fleischmann's famous corn oil are made for people who care about what they eat. And no matter which one's for you, you can count on that famous Fleischmann's taste. Fleischmann's corn oil, sweet unsalted, or new Fleischmann's containing mostly sunflower oil. Because after all, you are what you eat.
11:34 remaining in the hockey game. Darius Rusnak taking the face-off against Ron Duguay. His drop, Duguay fighting for it in the face-off circle. Quick shot that's wide of the net. Gainey goes after it in the corner, drops it back for Hartsburg. Over to the far side. Starting out now. Towards center ice, that's Raymond Burke. Over the blue line for Goring. Goring shooting it in. Gainey digging in after it. Borzak back there, comes right to Duguay. Behind the net for Goring. Goring trying to shovel it in front. Turning with it and starting out is Rusnak. He's checked from behind by Goring. It comes to Duguay. Duguay trying to slip it through to Goring, who was breaking for the net. It was intercepted, and at center ice is Pozar. He stopped on the play. Fort clearing it to an open wing. Goring digging in after it. Bozar on top of Goring. The puck goes to Dvorak. Dvorak is slammed in against the boards. It's cleared out in front. Bork goes after it on the far side. Bork clearing it in front. Scores! No goal. No goal. They say Gainey was in the goal crease. No goal.
Well, you be the judge when we watch this again, but I can tell you this, that was a great play by Raymond Bork. He turned around, taking the pass off the boards. Watch how he fields the puck, shoots it all in one motion, and the puck was clean in the net. Bob Gainey certainly was off the edge of the crease. I don't know whether the ruling was that there was a man in the crease. The net seemed to jump up a little bit in the collision at the net. Whether he ruled that the net was going off its pins, or I can't understand that.
Get a better view here, Tom. It's a hard check thrown by Gainey. Watch Gainey go for the net.
Bork took the puck off the boards. Certainly skates through the crease, but you're allowed to go through the crease. He wasn't standing in the crease, and he was knocked off the edge. The crease is anybody's territory. Anybody can go through that crease. You can go in to get a loose puck, too. You can't stand in the crease to interfere with the goaltender, and he didn't do that. A tough break for Team Canada. Bork making just a fine play. That puck, he didn't wait. When that puck came off the boards, did a little spinorama to his forehand, shot all in one motion, and the puck was in the net.
From the face-off, Engblom, and his pass is intercepted by Richter. Richter to the line. He's checked. Puck is back out at center ice. Novi just feeds it back. Horshava shooting it in. A high flip shot. Whacking at it is Robinson. There's a quick shot. Liu juggles it, then holds on. Face-off to the right of the Team Canada goal. 10:30 left in the hockey game. A 3-3 tie. Czechoslovakia has tied it up here in the third period. Milan Novi out there with Dudacek and Richter. Marcel Zion taking a draw for Canada. Engblom in the corner. Poked away from him. Novi trying to get it out in front. Robinson blocked that. Now Novi again. Robinson again blocked it. Robinson battling with Novi. It's cleared out in front. There was nobody there, and Gare picks it up on the right side. Gare, he's got middle in it up. Out at center ice, Dion digging in after it, touching it back there is Halupa, and it's called on the icing. And back into Team Canada territory for the face-off. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
For years, Labatt's has been bringing the people of Ontario one great beer after another. Continuing this tradition, Labatt's now brews a beer for you whose distinctively clean, crisp Beechwood-aged taste and smoothness have made it the world's largest selling brand. Budweiser joins the Labatt's family of fine beers. The original Budweiser recipe, traditional Labatt's quality, now brewed in Ontario by Labatt's.
Well, the fans are starting to clap and chant and cheer here at the Winnipeg Arena. Gretzky will face off against Kokerman. They're very antsy in the face-off circle. And now they're going to wave Gretzky out of there, and Perreault will take the draw. Tell me, who takes the worst draw, Gretzky or Perreault? Usually a centerman. Won by Czechoslovakia. The shot is wide. The rebound is slipped through the goal mouth. After it is Lala. Lala goes down on a check from Beck, and it comes to Perreault, who tried to send Lafleur away and rolls all the way down the ice. Racing after it is Heidersek. He gets after it, cleared around the boards. Here comes Perreault in front. He rolls it in front, and then tried to hop over Kadlec, who was trying to block the shot, and couldn't. Lala comes back. Over the line. He's checked. It's back out at center ice. Here comes Gretzky. 2-on-2 with Perreault. Gretzky over the line. Perreault going for the goal mouth. The bouncing puck is cleared down the ice. A race for it. Lala along with Beck. Beck fighting off Lala, and it's called on the icing. And Lala doesn't believe Beck touched that puck first.
I don't believe it either. I thought Lala's skate got to the puck first. He showed a great burst of speed, a lot of hustle, as we saw earlier with Gretzky.
Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
No problem. Miss Harper, you know that letter you're working on?
It's done.
Oh, great. But now I need 50 copies, each personally addressed on letterhead, and I'll get you a copy.
Sound difficult? Not with Radio Shack's affordable time-saving TRS-80 Model 2 business system and script-sit word processing.
Your coffee, Miss Harper.
Your letters, Mr. Jacobs.
You've done it once again, Miss Harper.
Trottier all set to face off against Norbert Thrall. On the face-off, loose there, comes back to Hartsburg at the point. His shot is blocked. He gets it again, beats it into Trottier behind the net. Gillies is there. Gillies out in front. It's loose out in front. Bossy fires, and it's blocked by Lang. Now it's clear down the ice past Bossy on the far side. Bork will don't go down to get it. Bork getting set, forechecking on the play. Corbola managed to poke it to Svoboda. Svoboda rolling it in front. It comes to Bossy on the far side. Bossy ahead for Gillies. Bossy gets it again. Bossy rink wide. Trottier. He is over the line. Trottier, when he got that pass, was standing still, and it caused it offside.
Well, really, there's been great goaltending at both ends, but really, I think that Lang, in the end, for Czechoslovakia, especially this period, Team Canada came out like gangbusters early in the period, had a number of great opportunities. Gretzky once just off the side of the net, and really, early in this period, he held them in there, and then Czechoslovakia comes back with a goal, and then there's a disputed goal. Playing great goal for Czechoslovakia along.
Dvorak in the corner. It's checked away by Goring. Goring to Duguay. Out in front. Gainey shoots. He scores! Bob Gainey got one taken away. He gets it back. And Team Canada's bench empties again to congratulate Bob Gainey.
Just keeping the puck inside the line. Butch Goring pushing the puck on it. Comes right out to Gainey in the high slot. He doesn't waste any time. Shooting the puck all in one motion. But the real work being done by Goring inside. Forechecking again. Being an important part of the game. Just throwing it into the slot. Duguay setting it up. Gainey coming through, shooting all in one motion. Team Canada going ahead here at a very important point in the hockey game.
8:42 left.
Team Canada goal scored by number 23, Bob Gainey.
Well, the checkers come through again. Now down over the line. The puck is kicked in front by Dudacek. Out in front. The puck is loose. After it is Goring. Goring had it right up his stick. He goes against the boards. We'll give him the official scoring in a moment as Engblom. Ahead. Out at center ice off Dugay's stick. Turning and coming right back in again is Richter. Ahead for Novi. The backhand shot. Kicked straight out to Robinson. Robinson out at center ice. Dugay's after it. Kadlec, number 8 for Czechoslovakia, shooting it back in. Liuts there. Off the boards. They bat it right into the slot, and Gainey's there, 3-on-2. Gainey with Duguay and Goring, and he drops it back for Goring, who was cutting the other way. Now back over the line is Richter. Richter clearing it in front, and tied up on the play by Potvin was Novi. At center ice, it's Gainey. Ahead, Dion chasing it in the corner. That's Gare in the corner. Gare behind the net, being checked in there by Svoboda, and it's fired off the boards and down the ice, a race for the puck. Here's a chance for Czechoslovakia as the shot is taken by Panichka. Now Middleton. Middleton to Dion. Dion with Gare. Dion stops up against the boards, clears in front, and Middleton breaking up the middle. Had a chance and it rolled off his stick. Beck in against the boards. Lala's there. Beck gets it and rattles it right back in. 7:21 remaining in the hockey game. Middleton. It's deflected up into the crowd. 7:16 left now. Canada leading 4-3. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
For $90,000, you can buy a truck that doesn't use any gas. A diesel. But if you don't need 18 wheels, then buy the new Toyota diesel. Its standard 7-foot bed carries a full 1,000-pound payload. A fuel-efficient 5-speed is standard. It's built from the ground up to be a truck, not a car. And for the price of one of these, you could buy 10 Toyota diesels. The new Toyota diesel. It's the small diesel that does a big job. Oh, what a feeling. Diesel.
Toyota. Bob Gainey has given Canada a 4-3 lead. His first goal of the tournament. Duguay and Goring assisting at 11:18. 4-3. Canada leading. There's Perreault in forechecking as the puck is cleared along the boards. Can't take it away from the referee, and finally it's cleared down into Team Canada territory, and Bork has it. Bork circling, fanned on it, under the floor, checking him, Kroll. Perro rattling it off the boards to center ice. Kadletz had Gretzky lined up. Puck rolls loose into the Czechoslovakian end. Hydrusek out to Kroll. Kroll kicks it over the line. Gretzky's got it. Gretzky's circling back again. Ahead, intended for Perro. He had his back to the plate. Chernik's in. Lafleur covers up as Bork makes the check. Lafleur looking for that man out at center ice. Now stands back. Gives it to Hartsburg. Bouncing it out to center ice. Gretzky, he's alone. Gretzky going in, and it rolled off his stick as coming back to check him slightly was Dvorak. Now turning. Kadletz out to center ice, but Engblom comes right back in with some ice. He gets in front of the net, but it's checked away from him by Dvorak. Now Gretzky out in front. Out to the blue line for Gillies. His shot rolls into the goal mouth. Off Bossy's skate. Down goes Lang, and it's held for a face-off. Well, we're under intense pressure here, and every play now is so meaningful.
Kept inside the blue line by Gillies. He makes that shot. It goes off Bossy's skate, and Lang almost knocks it in his own net going down. But Gillies stopping the puck, just getting the quick shot. Bossy coming around from behind the net, almost deflects the puck underneath the Czechoslovakian goaltender. And I'm sure Scotty Bowman would be just as happy if the pace slowed down a little bit with 6:04 remaining and a 1-goal lead. Dump the puck in, gang, cover, make sure you never get outmanned at your own line, frequent face-offs, get the quick changes. Don't make it so exciting.
Hard on broadcasters too, Tom. Trottier taking the draw against Rusnak. Out to the blue line. Robinson set, feeds it through. But it didn't get all the way to the net as Dvorak on the final line of defense made the block on it. Now inside Team Canada territory. They try to roll it in front. Good, solid check. Now Bossy out in front. They shoot. Up on his legs is Leote. He made a second save. And it's Robinson. And it hops out over the blue line to center ice. And Bossy's got it. He races down to the line and he's hauled down by Dvorak. Coming right back, Czechoslovakia at center ice, in over the line. It's Paschek. Around the boards it goes. On this side, Rusnak getting it in front. Richter. He's checked. Robinson lost sight of it. Now Gainey on top of it. And Gainey comes out. A lead pass for Duguay. He's into the corner, along with Horshova. Horshova picks it up. Czechoslovakia changing. Noby's there. Puck is cleared out to center ice and down into Team Canada territory, where Leote leaves it for Beck. Beck ahead for Gainey. Gainey kicks it out to center ice as he lost control of it. Now Beck moves up. Ahead, Svoboda clearing it right back in. Potvin. Denny Potvin straight ahead, and it's intercepted at the line by Svoboda, but deflected over top of the net. Beck's after it in the corner now against Noby. Out in front, it's deflected to the blue line. Svoboda gets it in front, shot, scores! Dudacek, I believe, has got the goal. And it's all tied up with 4:39 remaining.
Well, Denny Potvin, he made the long, great pass to get Team Canada back in the game, but he wished he hadn't made this one. Trying to get the puck out in a hurry. Kept inside the blue line, right off to Dudacek off the side of the net. Shoots all in one motion behind Mike Leote. The puck trying to come out. Pushed out at the blue line, kept in. Dudacek doesn't wait. He's off the side of the net. First round draft choice of the Buffalo Sabres. Puts that puck behind, tying the game up for the Czechoslovakian team. One shot quickly off the side of the net.
Danny Gare from the faceoff. Bork shooting it in. After it is Middleton. Middleton going in against the boards with Kadletz. It's cleared out to center ice, knocked down by Raymond Bork. To Hartsburg. Hartsburg to the line. Fighting off the check there of Panichka. Still has that puck, trying to drop it back for Middleton. It was intercepted. Has cleared out to center ice. Bork's got it. Bork crossing the center line, shoots it in. Digging it after it is Middleton. Middleton in front, and it's just cleared away by the defense. And there's going to be a charging penalty handed out to Czechoslovakia. Well, an interesting call, Tom.
Not only are they getting the charging penalty, I think they may be called for a misconduct penalty at the same time. The official indicating at the box, we have the charge behind the net, the original call by referee Olsen. But then the Czechoslovakian players complained, and it's either a misconduct or maybe a second unnecessary penalty, another 2-minute penalty. I'm not sure, but there was a second call when he went back over to the box. We'll wait and see.
Codletz, the veteran. Well, seems like a veteran. Let's get the goal by Dudacek that tied this hockey game up. Dudacek, his second goal of the game and of the tournament from Svoboda at 15:21. The penalty for charging to Codletz at 15:57. And Canada on the power play, and there's 2 penalties been handed out with 4:03 remaining. So, barring a further penalty, it'll be also to Kukramen. 2 of them going off. I don't believe this.
Well, the referee indicated right off the bat, apparently one of the Czechoslovakian players said something to the official because he indicated right off the bat, he made the T with his hand, that it was unnecessary conduct on their part. Either he swore at him or unsportsmanlike. And the second Czechoslovakian player is going off with 4:03 remaining.
Tom, you know, it's great for our guys, but that kind of a penalty would never be called in the National Hockey League in a game like this.
Not in the National League.
No way. And really, it's a shame, but here we go anyway. Bossy kicks it out to the blue line. Canada playing with 2-man advantage. Potvin winds up, gets it again. Potvin getting set, feeds it through. Bossy flips it in front. Perreault tried to turn around with it. Now gets it back to Bossy, back to Perreault. Perreault looking for a man at the point. Can't control it. Coming out now to center ice is Noby. He circles back. Noby, he is tied up. Perreault throws the check against the boards. And now here comes Lafleur with Gretzky. Gretzky to the line. Gretzky going to the far boards. Gretzky getting set over for Potvin. That big shot now, but he doesn't take it as the defense covered up. Now over for Lafleur. Lafleur to Potvin. Back to Lafleur. Here comes the shot. It's deflected away. Potvin. Lafleur. Lafleur into the corner. Gretzky in front. Potvin shoots and he shot it wide. Now Bossy's after it. He's tied up on the play and is cleared down the ice with 54 seconds remaining in the 2-man advantage. 2:53 left in the hockey game as Lafleur starting up ice. Lafleur's over the line. He's checked on the play and the puck is cleared down the ice again. Liut leaving it behind his net. Potvin. Team Canada changing. Potvin starting out ahead for Middleton. Middleton is center ice. He's checked, but the puck is still inside the zone as Bourque clears it around for Gillies. Back to Bourque. He can't reach it. It'll go out to center ice and Middleton will pick it up. 23 seconds left. Middleton starting back in again. Middleton, great move. Heading for the net is Gillies. Middleton shoots. Gretzky out in front, Gillies. Gillies couldn't handle it. It's covered up by a player, a defenseman. And are they going to call it? Yes, they are. That was a very bad penalty. They had nearly killed the penalty.
15, wrong blocking.
No question of the penalty this time.
Well, he did. He fell down. It's real questionable after the other call, but he did fall on the puck, and he pulled it underneath him. It's acceptable to fall on the puck to kill the play, but watch when it comes loose. He pulls the puck right underneath his body. When it's loose, reaches out, pulls it underneath him, and he's called for delaying the game. You can't do that. You can fall on the puck, but you can't pull it underneath your body. Had he pulled it underneath his body and held it in the crease, only a few inches in front, it would have been a penalty shot.
Well,
2 minutes for holding the puck.
Well, he put his hand on top of it. You just can't do that sort of thing.
It was interesting early in the 2-man short for Team Czechoslovakia. The 3 players that Coach Bukac had on the ice, Milan Novi, Halupa, Dvorak, the 3 veterans from the 1976 Canada Cup. He went with his experience, and they did a job for him early when killing that 2-man penalty.
All right, Canada still with a 2-man advantage. The penalty going to Svoboda won't start until the others have expired. On the face-off now, They tie it up in the face-off circle. Gillies falls. The puck is in the corner. Now it's out. Bossy out to Robinson. Robinson winding up. Clears it in front. It's deflected right in there. Trottier flips it high in the air. Bossy goes after it. Now the two players are back on the ice. Canada has a one-man advantage. Back to the point for Robinson. Over for Potvin. His shot's kicked out. On the far boards, Potvin. Robinson winding up again. And the shot is off the leg of Cudlitz. And there's going to be a holding penalty called. And I believe, well, let's see who it's going against. It may be going against Gillies. And that'll even it up.
Well, that is the even up call. The official getting very excited here. There was a melee in front of the net. Clark Gillies, as he does so often on the power play, positions himself in front of the net, tries to screen the goaltender, draw a defender to him, force him to play man-to-man, create havoc on that doorstep. He was doing it. Two players went down, and I guess he was grabbing the player or something, but he's called for holding in front of the net.
We remind you at this point, this program is copyrighted strictly for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or exhibition of this game without the express written permission of the CTV Television Network and Harcom Consultants Limited is strictly prohibited. The final minute and 38 seconds. Teams even strength now. Middleton's over the line. Middleton coming in to make the check is Cudlitz. Cudlitz circling the net. He starts out at center ice. Cudlitz leading the rush. Down over the line, tried to go through the defense. Robinson tied him up. Potvin picks up the loose puck. Potvin, stick handling in front of his net, got the pass away to Robinson. Out to Trottier. Trottier shooting it in. Middleton digging after it along with Hudgersek. Hudgersek clearing it out over center ice and down the ice. Going back for it will be Bork. This will be icing with 1:04 left. A big face-off coming in the Czechoslovakian end. Well, Scotty Bowman will try to get his best face-off man out there. They got Goring out there along with Gainey. Hartsburg and Bork. There's the time, 1:04.
Scotty looked like the calmest man in the ring.
He's put his broadcasters through a mill tonight. 1:04 left. 4-4 time. What a tremendous hockey game this has been. Horsheva. To this side for Dvorak. Out at center ice, Hartsburg. Hartsburg over for Goring. He's down over the line with Gainey. Goring kicking it into the corner. Gainey heading for the area in front of the net. And out in front. And a great effort by Goring, but he lost it at the last instant. Now out at center ice, it's Rushnak. Ahead. Cleared over the line by Nove. Rushnak moving in. Golfs it into the side of the net. And coming around is Gainey. 32 seconds left. Gainey fighting his way past the check. And he gets it again. Gainey just kept going after it. Now Goring. Goring over the line with Hartsburg. He takes the shot. Goring after it again. Hajdušek. Giving it to Rushnak. At center ice with 14 seconds left. Liut behind the net. Clears it into the corner. Novi is on top there of Bork. Lafleur moves in. 5 seconds left. This game is going to end in a tie. Starting out is Bork. The game is over. What an incredible performance by two hockey teams for 3 periods. I just can't believe the tempo we had in the final 10 minutes of this game. They just kept it up. The Czechoslovakians celebrating really what has been an upset tie against Canada, but nothing is an upset involving that team anymore.
An unbelievable hockey game and perhaps a just result of the game. You know, who says that a tie isn't a just result? Because it would have been a shame for either of these hockey teams after the effort they put forward to lose the hockey game tonight. Just a tremendous hockey game by both teams. The fans were very excited throughout. End-to-end, terrific pace, terrific checking, terrific passing, great goaltending. It had everything that a hockey game would want.
Well, now we come to the area where we're going to have to pick some stars in this game. And I'll tell you, it's a difficult job. Very, very difficult. Mike Liut was good. So was Gilbert Perreault in this game. For Czechoslovakia, Dudacek with 2 goals. The goaltender, Karl Lang, made some big saves as well in the game. People on that Trottier line played very well. We'll just have to wait. But what a gritty performance by Czechoslovakia when you consider the penalty situation at the end of the game.
Milan Novi.
There's another one.
Team Czechoslovakia 7. Total shots, Team Canada 33, Team Czechoslovakia 29.
Well, an indication of how close the hockey game was, really. Czechoslovakia had it all over Canada.
See us grow, the times we've shared as one.
Special shots deserve Black's custom photo finishing. Back fast as we say, or you don't pay.
We've really done it right with the folks we trust. Black's is photography.
For glue that sticks tough, Bulldog Grip. For professional results, Bulldog Grip. For making renovating neat and easy, Bulldog Grip. For tough adhesive power, Bulldog Grip. This fall, insulating is made easy with Stixafoam. Polystyrene panels stay put when applied with Stixafoam. Prevent heat loss with Bulldog Grip Superacrylic Sealant. Bulldog Grip, man's best friend. Available at better hardware stores and building supply dealers.
Don't be shortchanged on your Cadillac lease. As Canada's largest Cadillac house, I'll never understand why you wouldn't lease your Cadillac from us, Addison Cadillac. At Addison, you get what you deserve in a Cadillac lease. The right price, experienced Cadillac counseling, and over 100 Cadillacs available for lease. So if you're going to lease a Cadillac, come to the Cadillac of dealers. Addison Cadillac. Don't consider one without the other.
You are tuned to CFTO TV Channel 9 in Toronto, Cable 8.
Canada Cup 81. Canada Cup 81 is brought to you in part by Planters, who also bring you the finest, freshest tasting nuts you can buy. By Canadian National, in business for Canada. By Super Lotto, the lottery that can make you a millionaire. And Provincial, 5 chances at $500,000. And by the best on ice from Labatt's, brewers in Canada since 1828.
In Winnipeg, Sweden versus Finland, two traditional rivals. The New York Islanders' Anders Kalor scores twice for Sweden. Goals also by the Rangers' Anders Hedberg and Ulf Nielsen. And this goal by Bengt Lundholm. 5-0 Sweden. They win their first game of the Canada Cup tournament. Also in Winnipeg, Canada versus Czechoslovakia. You saw it on CTV, a classic international confrontation. Third period, tied at 3. Bob Gainey, number 23, scores, and Canada goes ahead with 8.5 minutes left. But Canada can't hold it. Jerzy Dudacek, Buffalo's fine first-round 1981 draft pick, number 19, with his second goal of the game. It ends up tied 4-4. Today, from the Forum in Montreal, round 4 of the Canada Cup 81. The offensive power of Team Canada versus the speed and finesse of Sweden. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Montreal Forum. And we should have a good one for you this afternoon. Canada versus Sweden, live from Montreal. We say a good one because Sweden had got off to a slow start, but has improved since this tournament began. They, of course, lost the opening game of the tournament to the United States 3-1, then faced the Soviets, lost that one 6-3 before shutting out Finland. Canada, meanwhile, is undefeated, but coming off a grinder, as they like to call it in the trade, a 4-4 tie against Czechoslovakia. Joining me on the telecast this afternoon will be Bernie Pascal. Bernie will be handling the play-by-play commentary, and our analyst will be Tom Watt. Up with Bernie and down with me here in the dressing room area will be Eddie Westfall. Well, we mentioned that Sweden got off to a slow start. I talked with Scotty Bowman just moments ago. Scotty's worried about this hockey game. He just doesn't know what to expect. Don't forget that Sweden presents 11 players who get regular action in the National Hockey League. Some of them are stars in the National Hockey League. The standings as we go into this game. Canada is undefeated. They have a record of 2-0-1, the 4-4 tie against Czechoslovakia, the only flaw. The Soviet Union with an identical record. Czechoslovakia did them in as well, a 1-1 tie to open the tournament. That is Czechoslovakia a point back and a tie for the fourth and last playoff spot with Sweden and the United States each with 2 points. Of course, that playoff spot, very, very important. You get into the semifinals. That is the key through the early part of the tournament. Well, Tom and also Bernie upstairs will be bringing us the pregame ceremonies and the play-by-play. That's coming up. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Många av våra bästa ishockeyspelare här i Kanada, de får bra betalt. När jag fick ett erbjudande att komma hit sa jag att jag skulle stanna endast en kort tid och att jag skulle spela för Peanuts. Planters Peanuts. För de är så goda, smakar suveränt och framförallt, de är så färska. Visst är det trevligt här i Kanada, men nu när vi har våra Planters tycker jag vi ska fundera på att dra oss hemåt innan de långa svenska vinternätterna sätter in.
It's a toe-tapping, thigh-slapping good time as fiddle champion L. Cherney